right, tell us about you.
Okay,
Tell us
so
about you. What motivates you? What makes you wake up every morning to face the day?
oh wow, what makes me wake up? Okay, so the question tell us about you is like for me the most difficult question to ask someone because you're faced with this challenge of trying to describe yourself in a certain way. I'm this, I do this, and I do that, and I think I've been faced with this challenge of describing myself when I was creating my Telegram account. So when they asked me about yourself, I thought so hard that I could think no more. And the only thing I could come up with is I am who I need to be per time. So who is Chimzi? Well, from all I've done, I write. So Chimzi is a writer. Chimzi is an editor. I am also a philanthropist. I think at the point I started a foundation that catered for teenagers. So I could call myself a philanthropist. And then now I'm here doing podcasts. Also, I work as a customer service representative. So many sides of me per time. So that's Chimzi for you. All right.
So, in your everyday life, you encounter people, you meet people. What do you value most in your relationship with people?
So when it comes to people, I'm very particular about the people that I have around me and I call friends. One thing is if you ask me who my best friend is, I can't call a name. I don't have a best friend. I have friends that fulfill different purposes per time in my life. So I do not really have a best friend. So when it comes to relationship, I am very particular about presence. Your presence, you being there when you're supposed to be there, when I need you. And I try as much as possible to be there when I'm needed as much as possible. If I can't be physically present, I try as much as possible to be there, like calls, reach out. I can actually stay and then just remember someone and call the person or pray for the person, something of that sort. So I value presence when it comes to relationship. Your availability is important to me.
Okay, so misunderstood as a podcast, which is obviously your latest venture. And so far you've launched 4 episodes, but everything has a beginning. So, what was it like for you at the start? What brought about misunderstood? The concept and all. Just take us back to the beginning, as it was in the beginning.
Okay. So misunderstood came as a result of my experience. As a customer service rep, it's actually it's not an easy job as you think it is. So I'll take you back to the story. I had this customer called, and then he had issues with his account, and I had taken down the complaint, I had escalated the complaint. And if you know customer service, you know that we have turnover times, like turnaround times. And then if you also visit the banks, you visit places where you meet customers, they'll tell you, okay, please 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours. Everyone knows that. And then I gave this customer the turnaround time for that particular complaint. And Oga said, I'm going nowhere. I'll remain with you on this call until you resolve my issue. Now, if that call wasn't going to end, I won't be able to pick another call. That will give me like a low rating for the day. Like, how many calls did you make? See the number of calls people that worked at the same shift with you were able to make. So, after so much thinking, then I had to find a way. I had to explain the processes involved in resolving this issue to him one after the other. Immediately I did that, he was like, "Oh, thank you. And now that you explained, it makes more sense to me. I can wait." I'm like, "Oh, so that's all it took." And then after I dropped that call, believe me, I went on unavailable for a while just to cool my head because it was a lot. It was a lot trying to persuade this man. So it was at that point that I realized that when people call, when people reach out to customer service reps, to them it's like, "I've told you what my problem is, do it now." Nobody knows what goes on behind. And then I thought about it. I'm like, oh, this also spreads to like other careers. Like you see somebody is a gatesman, you're like, "Open the gate for me," and he's telling you, "Oh, I can't open this gate. You need to give me a code. You need to do this one. You need to speak to my boss," and all that. Those are like lines, chains of command. The same thing with other career roles. I'm like, no. People really need to understand that nobody's job is actually easy. Everyone has something that they are going through at a point. Every job is tasking to an extent. Because I've also worked as a children's teacher in church, Sunday school teacher. It's not easy. I had my fair share of experiences. It's not easy. Nobody's job is easy. And then I just thought to myself, like, why don't you start this? Bring people in different career fields, let them explain themselves, let people see, let people learn from this. And that's how we started Misunderstood. So we're here 4 episodes later.
Let's go to the next question. Okay, so we've talked about misunderstood and how it started. But like every other venture or expression that has to do with human relationship and forming things from the start, creativity, there are challenges that comes around and you had to fight it. Unlike what Jesus said about the rainstorm. So how have you been able to deal with your challenges? Just share with us your challenges, your victories, and
Hmm.
I could not say you're also dealing with dealing
I'm
with these
human,
things and
right?
dealing with these things and you're overcoming it. So
So first, the first challenge was starting. That had to be like the most difficult thing. Starting. I kept postponing. I kept postponing. I bought my mic. I bought a tripod stand. I got my equipment. I just couldn't start. I just kept postponing a good time, a better time. I need a fine background. I need this one. I need that one. I still can't remember what happened. I decided, let's just start. Let's start. I think I saw someone's video of herself when she started and then where she is now. And I'm like, now, wow. I saw other people coming online. Everybody has something to say. I saw people coming online. They were saying a lot of things that to me shouldn't be out there. So I told myself, Madam, you have to do this. You have to start. And then I started. That's like one challenge, the biggest challenge so far. Another challenge I can think about is putting your stuff out there. So it was easy to do the recordings and all, but like actually putting it out there for people to see, that's another thing. like that fear of, should it go up, should it not go up, is it okay, is it fine, it's not perfect. Yeah, so I kind of have that whole perfectionist stuff sometimes. Yeah. So that was also a challenge for me. But like, talking about victories, I can't talk about the victories without talking about those who have actually come to speak, to share their story. They, like, I don't know how to thank them. They're amazing. So before the next episode, I always had someone who was ready to like come and share their story. People reached out to me, I want to share my story and all that. Currently, we have a lineup of speakers, and I'm grateful for everyone. So that's like one of the successes I can share about this. And then having, okay, I think I should leave this part for the shout out. I'll leave it for the shout out at the end. But another thing I'm grateful for is the people that watch, people that share. Yeah. So when I was thinking about it, I'm like, would people really come out and watch? Would people really share? Would people even subscribe? Like, look at people, they have a lot of subscribers and all that. But I mean, they didn't start from where they are now, they started from somewhere. So, yeah, the fear has been conquered. We're going on, we're moving on. So, that's it for me so far.
So while you move on and you go, I know that there are lessons that from your past episode that shaping how you continue with subsequent episodes. So bring us into your world. What
Hmm.
are lessons that you've learned in the past episode that maybe is changing your design for the next one?
Okay, so for every episode, I learned something new. Okay, so this did not work in the last episode. Where the light was fixed did not work in the last episode. Put it this way. This one did not work. Do this one. Keep the phone here. Do this one. Connect here. Okay, post by this time. Go live by this time. Do it by this time. So it keeps changing with every episode because it's a learning process for me. And then another beautiful thing about it is, as I structure the questions for each guest that comes on the podcast, it gets more interesting. Like, I see some questions and I'm like, oh, I would have never thought about this thanks to our chat GPT and co. Yeah. So when I'm drafting questions, I'm like, oh, okay, so fine tune this question. So it's a learning process for me also. Also, when these speakers share their experiences, when they talk about their career, I also learn from it. I learn from it. So it's a learning process for me. Like, I know, okay, so let's change the design, let's make it like this, let's post at this. I learn every day when I come online. Every day when I do each episode, I learn something new. So it's like a learning phase. And for me, another thing that I forgot to mention is that I wanted this podcast when I was starting. I My plan was, we have a child. This child doesn't know what career role to pick. So he's about to write exams. He's in GS3. What would he like to do? Okay, there's a career day going on in school. They want the child to dress like this and then say a little bit about their career. Misunderstood is there. So, like I said, it's a learning process and it's here to cover everyone. Yeah. So,
Okay, so looking forward, what what are your what would you want your viewers and listeners, your audience, to expect from misunderstood? Why should do you think they should return to listen?
Okay, so I think I've given one of the reasons. Like, the podcast is basically for everyone, people of all ages, of all how do I say it, career fields, because these days we have people transitioning from what they did in school going into something else. Someone is tired of working in this particular role, you want to go into something else. So I hope Misunderstood stands for someone out there as a place where I can go and then I get insights of this. Maybe I'm going for an interview, I'm coming here, I'm looking at, okay, this is what this person does, this is what this role is about. So I know how to structure myself and my answers for this interview. Maybe I want to work on my portfolio. You're coming out, you're looking at someone who has been here, who has shared their experience, and then you're able to do it in a very good way. And another reason why I can give this much tip is because I studied HR. So I did HR. So I am always looking at ways for everyone to like benefit from this, because like you're going in for an interview, you need to know what to say. You are switching roles, you need to know what to say per time. So that's it.
Okay, so well, first about Misunderstood, let's delve a little into your own personal matters.
Oh.
So that's most spontaneous thing that you've ever done
So I'm already laughing.
that you can remember, because the future holds more hope that you will do something very very
I'll do more.
spontaneous.
I'll do more. I do a
Yeah.
lot of
So
things. At this point of my life, I'm known as the meme queen. No, sticker. Every sticker that I send looks like me. So let's go to the most spontaneous thing. You guys will not believe it. So my dad was driving us home. At this time, we're managing a canteen for a big factory because my mom is a caterer. So we're driving home, and then my dad forgot that we were supposed to get fuel. So he was trying to make a turn. The moment I reminded him that, oh, we're supposed to buy fuel, he now swerved this way. We didn't see the car now coming from this side. So there was almost an accident. At this point, this man jumped out of his car before my dad could even remove his seatbelt and everything. This man jumped out of the car. My mind immediately went back to something that happened when we were little. My dad was going to drop us in church. There was one reckless driver that was driving. We were all seated in the car. My dad was seated in the car. This guy just came down from his car after driving the rubbish that he drove. He came and then he put his hand in my dad's eye. So my mind just went back to that incident. I opened the door and I jumped down from the car. I don't know what I was planning to do, as small as I am. So I jumped straight to where that man was and stood in between him and my dad. I was not shouting at him. Have you not made mistake before in your life? Have you not made mistake before in your life? Please, please, leave my father alone. My father don't push me to one side. Go inside the car. Go back inside the car. I don't know if it's what I did or because my dad pushed me away and was ready to fight. But I just know that that man walked back to his car, closed the door, and drove off. And me and my father, we did not talk until we got home. I didn't tell my mother anything. That has to be the most spontaneous thing I have ever done.
how old were you when you did that?
Okay, that was hey God, I was over 20 anyways. I think I was 22. I think I was 22 when I did that. You see, I fight and protect those that I love.
I'm glad vigilante. Okay, what's like your favorite way to unwind after a stressful day? What do you do for hobby or something?
Okay. So I have a couple of these things that I do. I love to cook. I love to cook sweet food. Not just to
Your
cook
own
sweet
food.
food. Oof, we'll talk about that. I love to cook. So usually when I'm tired, that's not the time to cook anyways, but I just go online, I check for new dishes, just stay and just watch videos of people cooking. You won't believe it. It actually relaxes me. It makes me happy. I feel okay. I feel satisfied, fulfilled when I do this. Another thing is I dance without music. I just dance. So I just give myself music from my mouth. I just dance like to rest. And then the favorite of them all is sleep. I sleep. I will just sleep. Just allow me sleep. Don't wake me. Just leave me. Even if my phone rings, I will put it on silent and go back to sleep. So those are the three ways that I unwind after a hard day.
Okay, so in moving through life, have been people that are looking over you. Did I say that right? Whatever. So, um, advices that you've gotten along the way that has helped pull you through some very challenging times. So now I want to know what's the best advice you can remember, because this kind of there are so many that you can't remember. But which can you remember that has been your go-to, or this one you want to share with your audience?
Okay, so like you said, I've gotten a lot of advices from people, but this particular one is not really an advice. It's like a saying from my spiritual father who has gone to be with the Lord. So it's something that he says um, every time. He says, "Now God, they help person." So for every time that I go through a challenge or something difficult is going on, I'm unable to like move forward with what I'm doing, I'm having a difficult time, even when I'm happy, I just remember that saying, now God, they help person, because without God, I don't know how I would be here. I don't know how far I would be able to go with everything that I've done in life. So that's it for me. Now God, they help person.
All right, merci beaucoup. So before we shut down, throw your shout out to everybody and including me. If you don't throw shout out to me, this thing I am going to delete it.
Shout out, shout out.
All right.
So I'm
So
gonna give my shout out. Oh, what's that thing that they say? Shout outs. Then they'll shout. Woo! All right. So shout out to all my amazing guests that have come on the show. Shout out to Yemisi. Shout out to Teresa. Shout out to Kolade. Shout out to Robbie. I mean, Robbie opened the show for me. Like, guy opened the show. He was so confident that you can do it. You can do it. So shout out to Robbie. I'm going to give a shout out to Pearl, who is here interviewing me and
yo,
making sure that everything goes all right. Yeah, shout out to Pearl. Shout out to everyone that likes, shares, watches, everyone that has subscribed and will bring people to subscribe. Thank you so much. A shout out to you. You're amazing. Thank you for always working on my videos, my sound, everything like behind the scenes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So shout out to we again. Shout out to myself, easy. Thank you guys. Thank you. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and watch out for the next episode of Misunderstood. Cheers.
Peace out.